Welcome to Amaka Intellectual Factory, where I host podcasts and many other interesting stuff. So here I am again, reacting to one of the many videos I came across on my social media news feed. There's a woman named Brandi Glanville from the Real Housewives franchise, suffering from a mysterious illness that is gradually and systematically robbing her of her beauty. She is convinced that the source of this mysterious illness comes from the fruits she was exposed to from her trip to Morocco. So I did an online search. What I found was, and I quote, Brandi Glanville is suffering from a benign facial tumor in her lymph node, severe facial swelling and disfigurement, and previously reported issues related to ruptured breast implants and suspected stress-induced edema or parasite exposure. End of quote. People, on the other hand, have their own theory of why she's suffering from this mysterious illness that is gradually and systematically robbing her of her beauty. Unfortunately, the tabloids and paparazzi have not been very kind to her either, accusing her of botched cosmetic surgeries. All these theories simply tell me that no one really knows the source of this mysterious thing plaguing her.
A Real Housewives star has spent over $70,000 trying to get rid of a parasite she can see moving in her face.
I feel like it's or having babies in my face.
Brandi Glanville from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills says she hasn't socialized in over a year because of the disfigurement the apparent parasite has caused.
I've been on meds this whole year. I don't socialize, I don't go out, and I'm just spending all of my money on trying to figure out what's wrong with me.
Every treatment she's tried has been a temporary fix, as doctors don't seem certain as to what's behind the issue.
Honestly, I have so many doctors and I've had so many tests, and my labs are like I did lab work for $10,000. I ran every test under the sun. They're like, it could be a parasite that's, new.
She believes her health issues stem from her time in Morocco while filming the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip.
We had food sitting out for hours and some of it was meat. 6 months after I got back from Morocco, I started having the speaking thing and the swelling up thing. It started in July, and we're still here trying to figure it out.
She says it looks like tiny bubbles bursting on her skin. Glanville posted a photo on X of the facial disfigurement she's been experiencing.
I was off. I am so sick of the narrative that I'm sitting around having plastic surgery all the time. First of all, I can't afford it if I wanted it. Secondly, no, this is why I'm sitting at home.
But why does Brandi Glanville's case sound so eerily familiar? I guess it is because it reminds me of the case of Mary Ann Bevan. Towards the end of the 19th century, there was a certain dignified and beautiful woman by the name of Mary Ann Bevan. At some point in her young adult life, she too was struck by a mysterious illness that gradually and systematically robbed her of her beauty, so much so that she became known as the ugliest woman in the world. To crown this misfortune, the best job she could get was as a circus joke, where people cursed and ridiculed her ugliness. I can't think of a more classic humiliation ritual. In her case, this mysterious illness was given a name: acromegaly.
This was the ugliest woman in the world. But what if I told you there's so much more to her story? Meet Mary Ann Bevan. Once young, in love, a nurse, a mother, life was ordinary. Until it wasn't. A rare condition, acromegaly, turned her world upside down. Enlarged hands, feet, face. It wasn't just her appearance that changed. Society's gaze did too. With hungry mouths to feed, she braved the circus stage, facing scorn and jeers, all while wearing the title Ugliest Woman, ensuring a future for her children. Mary Ann Bevan, labeled ugliest, but in the eyes of those who mattered, she was the epitome of beauty and courage.
Now, because of my continuous study of the occult, primarily for awareness purposes and how best to protect myself from it, and absolutely not for the practice of black magic, I happen to believe that in both these instances regarding these women and similar instances regarding other women, we are looking at victims of beauty spells. And beauty spells are a form of witchcraft. Today, the existence of many unconventional weapons of warfare are continuously being revealed to us. I'm talking about the various manifestations of direct weapons. Recently, the United States government admitted to the purchase of one of these unconventional direct weapons. In an interview on this U.S. purchased direct weapon I watched on the YouTube channel named International Spy Museum, the guest said something that struck a chord with me. He said, and I paraphrase, "It was not so much about the hardware of this weapon, but the software of this weapon." He then went on to tell the host to do with this information what she will. Because this is an article that I'm reading to my listeners, my article, of course, and not a thesis, I will go straight to the point. When it comes to direct weaponry, we are talking about witchcraft being interpreted through modern science. My point is further supported by multiple videos of people on social media admitting to practicing witchcraft in government intelligence agencies. If it was more about the software than the hardware of these recently purchased direct weapons by the US government, then my interpretation of that information is this: whoever is using this direct weapon against another individual would direct this weapon at their targeted individual and then impute their desired attack they want the direct weapon to cause the targeted individual, and they will get the result they desire. Furthermore, we now know you can induce every sickness known and unknown to man with these unconventional weapons. Again, do not be confused about this. It is witchcraft. With credible individuals and institutions admitting to the existence of these unconventional weapons, people can no longer dismiss whistleblowers lamenting the use of this form of witchcraft to hurt people. In essence, you can no longer call someone crazy for calling out attacks on people carried out by direct weapons and other unconventional weapons. It gets even scarier than this when you start to trace the root of this form of witchcraft attack, because it leads you straight to Satanism. But back to Brandi Glanville's mysterious illness, making her uglier by the day. Since she personally traces the origin of this mysterious illness plaguing her to her trip to Morocco, I wonder if anyone complimented her beauty in Morocco, or if she had an affair or some form of intimate interaction with a man in Morocco. The fact she attributes the fruits she was exposed to in Morocco to this mysterious illness plaguing her further helps my point that witchcraft is most likely the real cause of her mysterious illness. We see this in both adult movies and children movies, where cursed fruits are used to cast spells on people. When we think of witchcraft, many of us tend to think of women being the main practitioners of witchcraft. However, my continuous experience, observation, and study of men, especially men in the Western world, has led me to believe that it is actually men who practice witchcraft far more than women do. I have come to realize that men in the West, and men generally, are heavily into secret societies and the occult. And for whatever reason, most women don't even bother to know about this, let alone learn how to protect themselves from the malevolence that emanates from warlocks, that is, male witchcraft practitioners. Men's war on women is a deep and personal topic for me. This is beyond YouTube videos and articles. This is something I look forward to writing about in books. With regards to Brandi Glanville, I also wonder if she has considered prayer and fasting. I'm not a doctor, be it homeopathic or allopathic, but as someone born into a devoted Catholic family, I do know that salt and water have healing properties. I wonder if she has attempted to wash her face with salt and room temperature or lukewarm water while reciting healing psalms like Psalms 1, 23, 35, 51, 91, and 121. Other passages in the Bible can also be recited as well. In the Catholic Church, we have these 9-day prayers we call novenas. They are powerful. She could pray a 9-day novena. She does not have to go to the Catholic Church. A true Christian church that believes in Jesus will do. However, no matter what she decides to do, I would advise that she stays away from voodoo, Santeria, divination, moon magic, black magic, graveyard magic, and other forms of witchcraft, because all you will do by going down that road is lose the grace of God over you and accumulate karma. Now, I'm not trying to sound like a preacher. I'm just sharing my modest, inexpensive suggestions and other ways she could try to find a solution to her mysterious illness. Listen, anyone is welcome to give a contrary opinion to what I believe is really behind Brandi Glanville's mysterious illness. I'm always looking forward to dissenting opinions. But until then, I am strongly convinced that Brandi Glanville's mysterious illness chipping away her beauty as time passes by is the result of a beauty spell brought about, more likely by a warlock she encountered in Morocco, either through personal interaction or, most unfortunately, some warlock who just spotted her as he passed by. The end of my article. yes, I will be posting this on my website, www.amakaintellectualfactory.com. You're more than welcome to go to my website and read the transliteration of this video. And you're more than welcome to start a conversation with me on this video. I'm always looking forward to it and joining you in that conversation. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, take care of your lovely selves. And remember, life is beautiful and worth living.